Welcome to another Willy Weighs In. This is the Edmonton Oilers versus the LA Kings. Now, this is an important match. These two are battling for the second spot in the Pacific Division. Currently, LA holds it, but Edmonton is nipping at their heels. Edmonton wins this game, gets 2 points. I believe they overtake the Kings, who will be tied in points, but they will have the second position in the Pacific Division. Now, that being said, Koskinen gets the start again, which is great because he bounced back against the Arizona Coyotes perfectly. And you know what? I think he deserves the start. We're going to turn this fan off here. And this game gets off to a pretty good start. For the first about 4 minutes of the game, Edmonton gets some really good sustained pressure in the Kings zone, but the Kings don't let them really get a chance. 0 shots on net. LA comes back down. There's a shot from the point. It's Edler, and it's tipped by DJ Khaled in front and trickles by Koskinen. First shot of the game, 1-0 LA. Super frustrating. Good God. And you know what? That's one player. Gets behind both defensemen on that play. Gets a stick on the puck. It's in. 1-0. And you're like, oh, God, here we go. Same old story, right? Playing with that 1-0 deficit, playing from behind, super frustrating. Again, Edmonton's comfortable playing with that, but it's difficult to watch. It's difficult to watch, but have no fear. Edmonton starts to pour on the pressure, and they do so in a way where Connor McDavid gets down below the goal line, sees an open Jesse Puljujarvi, who opts not to take the pass, lets it go by him. It gets to an open Cody Ceci, who hits the crossbar down, goal, 1-1. Edmonton's tied it up. Beautiful shot and a smart play by Jesse Puljujarvi. That was unreal. Great offensive awareness to let that puck slide by, go to Ceci. He's a beast. When he's in the lineup, unreal. Love Puljujarvi. There's another guy I want to talk about, and his name is Zach Hyman. We're going to get to him in a second. Now, on that play, Connor McDavid records his 99th point of the season. Here we go. Will he hit 100 tonight? Who knows? I do. He probably will. Back to Hyman. Hyman later gets the puck and drives around the net, spins and gets the puck to Draisaitl. This is way late in the period. Draisaitl picks it up. Bang. Buries it. 2-1 for the Edmonton Oilers. That's how the period ends. That is Leon Draisaitl's 49th goal this year, tied with Austin Matthews for the scoring lead in goals. And you know what? I wonder if he can be the first to get to 50 this year. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Then we can, take that out and say, like, you know what? Look, here's Draisaitl, just as good a scorer as Matthews, Toronto, and Toronto media. Unreal. What's going to happen first? Is Connor going to get to 100 points today? Or is Leon going to get to 50 goals? Or is it both going to happen in the same night? Ooh, let's hope. But my God, Edmonton has created some really good chances. There's a 2-on-1 about midway through the period with McDavid coming down fast. He's got a step on the defender. You're hoping he's going to shoot. He tries to drop it back to Kane. It trickles wide. Oh, it's in that instance you really want him to shoot. Only one power play in the period. It's a high stick on Connor McDavid. So LA gets a power play, and Darnell Nurse blocks a shot with his head. Hope the guy's okay. He kind of seems to shrug it off. It's a pretty good period. Quick makes a couple good saves. It's a really good save on Connor McDavid in front as well. Edmonton's doing not bad, creating chances. The game's starting to open up a bit more, but great game to watch so far. Second period comes around, and we're seeing a ton of garbage officiating. We see Connor McDavid held from behind the net with Kopitar being held. He's fighting through these checks. Oh, it's just been a garbage game. McClellan yelling at the refs. It's been horrible. It's like they're playing without officials. Mind-boggling. But that being said, Edmonton, comes out from behind the net. McDavid tries to center to Puljujarvi, and you know what happens? Alfino, yeah, that's right. Iafallo bats it into his own net, 3-1 for the Oilers. But very shortly after, Quinton Byfield gets the puck in front of the Oilers' net, does a little spinorama shot, beats Koskinen, 3-2. 14 seconds after that, LA's hard on the forecheck. They beat Edmonton down low with Tyson Barrie and Kulak. They get the puck trickling in front and manage to bash another one home. 3-3 tie game. Unreal. Edmonton gets the puck again a little later. Down deep in the zone. Connor comes out front, puts a shot on net. It bounces off of Pool Party, Jesse Puljujarvi, the Bison King, and goes in. Woo! 4-3. Unreal. You're breathing a sigh of relief, but Todd McClellan throws a challenge, and turns out goalie interference. Puljujarvi was pushing the Kings player into Quick. Quick couldn't get over to make the save, so no goal. This game has gotten crazy. We've seen Yamamoto on the doorstep get the puck by Quick's glove. Guys on the doorstep just can't bang it home. Unreal chances. Quick game. Koskinen slid over to make a huge save and keep the Oilers in it. We had a power play. We saw our first Oilers power play of this period, and my God, it was gross. Could not sustain any pressure within LA's zone. They didn't get much pressure at all until the end of the power play. Not very great. This period ends at 3-3. Pretty excited to see what the third brings. Refs are letting them play. It's a little too much, call the game. There are rules, so it's a little frustrating in that respect, but let's see what the third brings. All right, third period comes, and it's kind of wild. We get a power play, but then we take another high-sticking penalty on that power play, and there's a 4-on-4. It's a speedy game, opens up. You know what? Nobody scores. It remains 3-3. And just for the sake of drama, it ends that way. It goes into overtime. 3-on-3. The Oilers get the puck taken from them, and, we've seen this a lot in overtime games where it's 3-on-3 and Connor McDavid's on the ice. The other team will back up, kind of wait them out, take one shift with the puck, try to get it back, and wait to try to get McDavid off the ice. Nothing comes of that 3-on-3, though, and the game goes to a shootout. In that shootout, Oilers shoot first. Draisaitl comes down, first shooter, dekes out Quick and buries it past him with that one goal. LA comes down. They deke Koskinen and just can't get it into the net. Hits the side of the net. Connor McDavid's up next. Connor does this weird deke that works so well. Quick is out of his socks, and Connor slides it by. That's two shootout goals. Anze Kopitar's next. He tries to go 5-hole on Koskinen. Koskinen makes the stop. Oilers win. Oilers win. That gives us, I believe, 81 points. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it moves LA up to 82 because they got a point. So that's kind of frustrating. But, oh well. What a game. What a game. Felt like a playoff game. Felt like a playoff push. It was great. And the Oilers came up with a huge win. Now, the goals against were kind of rough, weird, puck lucky. There was a save that Koskinen made at one point where the puck goes up. It landed on his back, and he kind of sprawled back, and they did manage to stop it. Team looked good. Puljujarvi, unreal. Hyman looked unreal. All these lines were clicking great. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins was noticeable out there. So was Ryan McLeod. Man, his speed is really sticking out. So I'm just excited. The more points we can get to secure a playoff spot, the happier this guy's going to be. So will Oilers Nation. So with that, I'm going to end it. This has been a Willy Weighs In. Please like, subscribe, join the comments in the bottom. Again, subscribe, and let us know what you think. Watch the main pod with myself, Pilon, Sanjay, and Baron. With that, I say a good night.